Hey everybody, Steve Schrimer here, the Golf Gambling Podcast with your one and done picks for the Memorial Tournament. And this is another elevated event, $3.6 million on the line to the winner. We don't have very many of these left to go either. So if you haven't used some of your bigger names who are some top favorites, really a course fits for this field, what are you waiting for? You got to start using these big names, especially if you're behind in one and done. A lot of guys who got off to a good start beginning of this field, they're starting to run out of guys. Maybe you can make a late charge with some really good picks down the stretch and try and get the money. So, why don't I throw out a couple honorable mention guys before I get my official one and done pick for the Memorial Tournament. So, if you haven't used Scotty Scheffler yet in one and done, what are you waiting for at this point? You probably have seen your competitors in your contests get a lot of money off of Scotty Scheffler lately, considering his great tee to green numbers, a slew of top 5 finishes. Seems like he's always really in the money here. And this is actually a golf course in Murrayfield Village that just seems like it really is built for what he's been doing lately. Obviously, the iron play has been really good for him. Great around the green, great from long distances. The putter has been holding him back, but we've seen guys who have struggled putting at, just in general, go to Murrayfield Village and it's just automatically fixed. So I think Scotty Scheffler, definitely a fine pick, probably on track for another top 5 finish, maybe a win this week. Maybe you can grab that $3.6 million from Scotty Scheffler this week. There's some of your counterparts who use them in other contests, maybe only got maybe 500,000 or so. Scotty Scheffler, I don't think I'm breaking any news. Great one and done pick this week. Let's go with a guy, honorable mention too. How about Tyrrell Hatton this week? That's another guy who checks a lot of boxes as far as what you're looking for in a guy who should do well at Murrayfield Village. Great off the tee numbers, especially he's really improved his accuracy off the tee this year as well. Really good long iron numbers too, and just iron numbers in general. Great around the green, great bent grass putter. A lot of really solid finishes for Tyrrell this year. T3 at Quail Hollow, 2nd at Sawgrass, 4th at Bay Hill, 6th at Phoenix. So, he hasn't carded a win yet. He hasn't won in over 2 years. I think this might be the week for him, considering how I think this golf course is going to play. It favors the skill sets that he has. I think Tyrrell Hatton, even though he might be a kind of a popular trendy pick this week, I think that's going to pay out pretty well, and that's a good one and done pick. How about another guy who might be under the radar? He hasn't really been in contention a whole lot, but I see a lot of promise in the game. How about Justin Thomas this week for one and done? And look, it's been a struggle for him. He struggled mightily at the PGA Championship, a tournament that I thought he was going to do very well at. But overall, though, there's been a lot of things that kind of like about Justin Thomas. He just hasn't been able to put it all together for 4 straight rounds. He's been before the PGA, he'd been driving the ball really well, gaining a lot of strokes off the tee, hitting a lot of fairways too. That was something that Justin Thomas really struggled with. And if he's hitting a lot of fairways this week, that's really advantageous at Murrayfield Village. That is really punishing if you're offline. The iron play seems like that's coming back a little bit. Some really strong performances there. Obviously, really good around the green. He's got some decent putting numbers lately too. He's been gaining a couple of tournaments lately. So, that's one of the things with Justin Thomas is that before some of his wins in his career, he starts to gain a little strokes with the putter that gets going. And finally, it culminates with a win. He's got some good finishes at Murrayfield Village too. He finished 2nd to Colin Morikawa at the 2020 Workday Open, a T4 in 2017, and T8 in 2018. So he can have a high finish here. He's shown that in his career. Thomas might be a good one and done pick, and I don't think a lot of people are going to use him this week. You also could go Russell Henley. Let's just say that you don't have a whole lot of the top options at your disposal. Russell Henley fits a lot of what you're looking for at this place. Really accurate off the tee, really good iron player too. Hitting his irons great lately, really good around the green. Some good finishes at Murrayfield Village. You got a 7th at the Workday 2020, a 6th back in 2013. It is a boom bust pick. But considering he fits essentially the Billy Horschel type that won last year, Henley can definitely do an impersonation of that for this year. And the putter's been heating up for him too. So if you are looking for maybe something under the radar, you've used a lot of your top guys, Russell Henley, I think, might be a good option. But the guy I'm going to pick this week, I haven't used him at all this year. I'm going to use Patrick Cantley at this tournament. And what's not to like about Cantley? Obviously, off the tee, he's got that great combination of length and accuracy. Excellent iron play, especially from long distances. Really good around the green. Excellent bent grass putter. And a proven track record at this place. 2 wins. T3 last year. 4th at the 2018 Memorial. Another T7 at the Workday Charity Open too. So for me, considering I have Patrick Cantley still at my disposal, and I've been slumping the last couple of weeks, I've seen my position in the Mayo Cup go from about 75th down to 240th in a span of a couple of weeks with some really bad picks. I'm going to take Patrick Cantley, hope to get maybe another top 3 finish, maybe another win, maybe his third Memorial in his career, and get another 3.6 million, get back up towards the top of the leaderboard. But yeah, this is a great spot to use Patrick Cantley. A lot of people have already used him too, so you might get some low ownership in your one and done pools by using him. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Golf Gambling Podcast on Apple and Spotify. Give us a review too. We're always looking for feedback. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We put out free content every single week of every PGA Tour tournament of the season. So with that, good luck with your one and done picks for the Memorial.